Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Vinh from Vietnam. Today I would like to say about the bridge fixation system with toolbar for better scaffolding repair. It's our single center experience. So everyone here knows it's better. And the most important is the patient always has worrisome about that. So repair is necessary. And the purpose of this research is to compare the different system of fixation system, yes. And we all know that after inserting a bar to repair better skeleton, of course we need to stabilize this bar to protect our result of surgery. So far, many fixation methods have been applying. First is suture bar to the rib, and second, and we put a plate at the tip of the bar and suture it to the muscle. And also we use a claw shape, like a claw, like a L shape, like a claw, to stuck it into the ICS intercostal space. And the last one is we use a bridge fixation bar to collect two bars, and it requires two bar insertion. So we found the bridge fixation system using with two bar is excellent in terms of stabilizing bars, the type surgery, and post-op complications, and compared to several previous our using fixation system. So the method is a retrospective review of our 1,760 patients because it was repaired in our thoracic departments. Yes. So we have been performed this 12 years ago and almost over 10 years in our hospital and also the surrounding satellite hospital. We perform almost over 1,700 cases. So we start to use two-bar. Two-bar we applied for a long time ago, but we use bridge fixation for about over 500 cases, yes. And the main issue is we would like to compare the latest system with our previous techniques. So first, we talk a little bit about the technique. So we don't. Our policy is to simplify the technique. We don't classify the bar completely like as a doctor. We just take it to measure, like in the pictures you can see. So we can in cm centimeter or the deepen of that to say the degree of depress. Yes. And the main problem is bar dislocation or bar displacement as a previous technique. So as you can see here, complete dislocation of the bar. And also previous technique for suture, like a suture and also claw fixation you can see here. And some type of previous fixation you can see as it's Lauren bars from long time ago, and now we are still using, but it's a little bit complicated to suture to the muscle. And some doctors don't use a plate like that, no point. And they just suture. And this is claw fixation system, so like a claw of the bird and to stuck it into the ICS. And this is a bridge fixation system with two bar. Now, I would like to mention that now we, over 1,700, we use most the two bar. We never use single bar anymore. And, I found that three bar is unnecessary. With two bar, with the proper position, we can elevate the chest wall completely and beautifully. And this is the two bars here you can see here. And this is the mechanism of two bars. Yes, so as you can see here, the level point of our technique is very lateral in the anterior axillary line. We don't move the level point manually, so this makes the chest not beautiful. But whenever we shift the point laterally, it makes the bar very vulnerable, very easy to dislocate it or displacement. So fixation system is very important. And previous fixation is not enough to keep the bar fixed, but with the bridge fixation, the bar is completely firm. So, and also my question is why two bars? So as you can see, the single bar is It's not very vulnerable, very easy to dislocate, and we abandoned this 1 bar for a long time ago. And 2 bar is very good for to make the. And this is a single bar, so even you can elevate the chest well, but the chest is not beautiful. You can see the line in front of the chest of the children. So it's single bar is not. This 2 bar is more beautiful. And with the grand cardio, also we require 2 bar. And also the concept also require 2 bar, because the concept is only 1 point deep breath to the chest. Very difficult to elevate the chest with a beautiful shape. So also the wide area like that, we also it require 2 bar to make the chest beautiful. And so you can see suture, whenever you suture the bar to the chest wall, it makes a figure of 8, because when the child grow up, the chest cannot expand, and it makes a figure of 8. So maybe one side or maybe both sides, you can see in this. Yes. And our technique here, like I mentioned before, we never use endoscopic. We use blind dissection, and we take for only 10 minutes, go from this side to through other side, and safely. We don't have any complication for this one. Even we encounter a lot of very severe case. So we elevate the chest wall like Dr. Parker doing, yes. And also we bend the bar also in different way. And we don't use introducer, we use the chest tube to go through this one and to pull the bar back. And our results are almost 12 years. We have about, the number is 1,750, okay? And previous we have spectated, and yes. So we have about 12, 113 operated excavatum and 30 operated carinatum. And we use a method bar for the suture 230, and close shape and suture for 810, and close shape is 200. Close shape again cannot keep the bar fixed, so we have to combine with its suture, and we have 800 cases like that. Brief fixation suture, because the first time the price is very high, so we combine the brief fixation and also suture. We have 25 cases. But after that, we increase the consumer, the charge for the patient, and we use both side briefs for over 300 cases. And so now we have very few complications and time for surgery, okay? And also that. And I would like to show several images, okay? So this is the latest picture. Okay, thank you for the attention.